What's your calling? What's your fate? Why is your character important? Your purpose is already there. It isn't something you with your ego cook up. You're specially needed for whatever it is. We each come into the world with a companion of some kind, what the Greeks called a daimon, or what the Christians would have renamed as an angel. Just the idea that there's something there besides you that knows why you're here and make you of use in the world. When you're small, you can't cope with the size of the oak tree that's in the acorn. Some of that gift doesn't come out except through trouble, symptoms in childhood. Martin Scorsese, the movie man, he had asthma when he was a kid. So he lived in Little Italy in Manhattan. He couldn't get out in the street and play. So he stayed up in his room and he looked out the window and he watched everything going on in the street, then made little square drawings. He was making movies, but he wouldn't have been making movies if he didn't have the asthma. Manoletti, the bullfighter, he was a frightened little kid, and he hid out in the kitchen behind his mother's apron, and he wanted to be a poet or a dreamer or who knows what. Then all of a sudden he got into the bulls. He was the greatest bullfighter ever, revolutionized bullfighting. But if you realize that he's going to be killed at 30 by a big black bull, of course when he's 9 or 10 or 11 years old, he's terrified because his soul, his daimon knows what's happening or sees something there. Churchill stammered and was in a remedial reading class and resisted school when he was about 14. Of course, he wasn't up to saving the English-speaking world through language or getting a Nobel Prize in literature. He couldn't cope. Children invent extraordinary things like Scorsese inventing his little drawings. If you're a parent or teacher, look at a child's disorders as significant and think, maybe there's a connection between the symptom and something in his basic character. I'm a critic of psychology from the inside. There's a hell of a lot of criticism of psychology from the outside. They want to sort of do away with it so that we can have more legal drugs and more HMOs. But I'm a critic of psychology from the inside because it's a great, great field with great pioneers like Freud and Jung with huge, complex ideas. It becomes banal and trivial in recent years. Psychology needs a lot more mystery, beauty, myth, all the good stuff.